Recent football match between Newcastle United versus Nottingham Forest. Hello, football explorers. Welcome back to Discovery Learning. Today we dive into the Premier League clash between Newcastle United and Nottingham Forest. A match that not only delivered goals but also deep storylines off the pitch. In this video we'll break down the match action, key turning points, tactical battles, and the broader implications for both clubs. Let's get into it. Going into this fixture, both teams had narratives to settle. Newcastle were hunting for consistency and momentum, while Forest were struggling in a winless stretch. The pressure on Forest's manager, Ange Postecoglou, was already mounting. Newcastle, though not flying high in the table, had the advantage of home ground and an attacker in form, Nick Woltemade, who had already impressed with his early contributions. Forest, on the other hand, needed urgency, creativity, and defensive stability, all of which had been elusive in recent matches. So the contest was not just goals and tactics, it was also a test of character and survival. In the first half, both sides showed caution. Forest were compact and not without threat, but they could not quite find the final ball to break the deadlock. Newcastle probed, tested, moved through midfield, but the breakthrough would wait. The goal opportunities were limited, and many of the chances came from set pieces or moments of transition. Forest's goalkeeper Matt Sells made several important saves to keep his side in contention, showing that even in a tough performance, there were moments of resistance. As the half ended, the scoreline remained 0-0, but the sense was that whoever got the first goal might decide the match. In the 58th minute, Bruno Guimaraes opened the scoring for Newcastle with a spectacular curling strike, a moment of individual brilliance that broke the deadlock and shifted momentum. That goal forced Forest out of shape. They had to chase, to press more, but in doing so they left gaps. Newcastle began to exploit transitions more. Then, around the 82nd minute, Newcastle were awarded a penalty after Elliot Anderson was judged to have fouled Guimaraes inside the box. Nick Woltemade stepped up and confidently converted the spot kick, making it 2-0. That was his fourth goal of the season, and it cemented his growing reputation at St. James Park. From there, Forest's attempts to respond were piecemeal. The defensive gaps were too wide. Newcastle pressed with greater control, and time ran out for the visitors. Let's draw out some lessons and themes from this match. 1. Individual moments decide matches. Guimaraes' strike and Woltemade's penalty were moments, but they were decisive ones. Having players who can deliver under pressure is vital. 2. Momentum and mental control. Breaking the equilibrium in the second half forced Forest to open up. That shift allowed Newcastle to press and extend their lead. 3. Penalty discipline. The foul in the box by Anderson might have been born of desperation, but it's a costly mistake in such tight games. 4. Managerial pressure and response. Postecoglou enters rough waters. Losing a winnable match amplifies questions around tactics, morale, and direction. 5. Confidence in the new signing. Woltemade's consistency in front of goal underscores the importance of intelligent recruitment and backing new players. This 2-0 victory provides a boost to Newcastle in a season where stability and momentum have been elusive. For Forest, this defeat deepens the crisis. They remain without a win in 7 matches, stuck near the relegation zone, and with mounting pressure on the manager. Postecoglou, in post-match comments, insisted he would use the upcoming international break to regroup, evolve tactics and fight back. Newcastle, meanwhile, will look to build. With key fixtures ahead they must show consistency, closing and viewer engagement. So that was the story of Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. A match of discipline, decisive moments, and increasing pressure. Now it's your turn. Was Guimaraes' goal the turning point, or was the game already tilting Newcastle's way? Or should Anderson have held back rather than risk the foul? Or what must Forest change tactically and psychologically to stop the slide? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown insightful, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our future match deep dives. Thanks for staying with Discovery Learning Hub. Until next time, keep exploring the beautiful game.